What's going on, everybody? It's fragged out, swagged out, and you already know why I'm here. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a fragrance that I was recently introduced to when I went to Glamcation over in LA. And the ironic thing of that is that I met them in LA. They're actually located right here in North Carolina, about an hour away from where I live. So it's pretty interesting. But this house does a couple of things. First of all, they do amazing incense. So I'll start there because it was actually one of the first things I was able to smell from them at the event, because even though I hadn't gone directly to the table, their incense were actually lit up and you can smell the whole room. And it was in an open area and you really got the quality of the incense. So that's what really got my attention. And then I realized, they do have oils, they have perfumes, they have expressions of known fragrances and their original blends as well. So I got to speak to them and found the stuff that I like there. And just as with any brand, whether it's Dior or Alt or whoever, if you have your own expression of something cool, if you have your own fragrances that you can make that stand alone, then I'm that much more impressed, right? So I did speak to them. I actually went down to the shop last week or the week before and got to see some of their stuff, got to see some of the creative process, how one moment there is nothing, and then by the end of the day, they have a whole new fragrance that they're ready to start testing. So it was cool, and the seeing happening in front of my face, and just watching the whole thing is dope. So what I'm gonna talk to you today first is about this fragrance right here. It is called Black Leopard. It is on their website. If you get the 30 ml, which is 30 ml, it's $40. Now, this is the one that when I smelt it over there in LA, was the one that really got my attention. And I really appreciate this entire scent profile, how it develops from skin. Just from the first spray, it's on this arm right now. And what I found interesting afterward, and I did speak to the owner, Terrence, about this, is even if a fragrance inspires something, if it doesn't smell identical to it, I don't even think you need to tell people about that part. That's just me. So this is an amazing fragrance, and it is inspired by Black Phantom. Black Phantom being a fragrance that I have right here, and here is Black Leopard. Now, as a person who kind of tries to avoid clones, why do I appreciate Black Leopard? Because realistically, it does its own thing. This is, at best, it is an expression of Black Phantom. This is not a clone. This is not going to make you think Black Phantom. It's not. So that's our only disconnect there. I would take that off completely. This is a standalone, amazing fragrance. So why is it called an expression of Black Phantom? Well, it's kind of easy when you smell it. Why? The whys are there. It has a nice, lightly boozy sweetness to it, but it has a nice coffee in there as well. So when you have that sort of gourmandish kind of coffee vibe with some booze and they're very, very light. You have some, and creamy as well. You have some of the components that you have in Black Phantom, but Black Phantom to me is a kind of coffee cardamomish combo with some booze in the background, where this one is, it's smokier to me. It has more of a resonance vibe to it. Not that that's what's in there. I actually don't know the notes at all. I'm just telling you what I smell off of it. It goes a totally different direction from Black Phantom. I do love Black Phantom, by the way, but I like this one for so many different reasons. Like, it just does its own thing. Again, if I were not told that this was an impression of Black Phantom, I would have liked it on its own. And actually, I bought it before I even knew that. And I never felt at one point like, this reminds me directly of Black Phantom. Does it have aspects that can remind you of it? Yes, but a lot of fragrances have a lot of shared aspects of something else. That's just the way it is. There's only so many notes in perfumery. But this does not remind me directly of Black Phantom. If you are a fan of Black Phantom, you probably gonna love this. It goes in a very similar direction, but it's darker, it's heavier, it's earthier. Man, it's rich. It lasts a long time. It has a sweetness, it has an earthiness, it has a very subtle kind of coffee with a nice very, very subtle booze to it. And I say that because I would never qualify this as a boozy fragrance. It would lean more towards gourmand territory, but still not directly like something that you would think this smells like this particular kind of snack, food, or drink. It has a lot of different aspects, but at the end of the day, it has that earthy, sweet kind of coffee vibe with a little bit of booze added to it, which makes it a very pleasant fragrance, which realistically does stand out on its own. So it's not, in my opinion, going to be a direct clone of Black Phantom, but it works in that same kind of wheelhouse where if you appreciate one, you'll probably appreciate the other. But this one, like I said, is earthier, it's smokier, it's more dense. It kind of fills the area a little more, but it definitely does its own thing. I like this fragrance a lot, and that made me want to look a little further into their house, which brings me to this fragrance right here, and this is Royal Paradise. Now, Royal Paradise is a custom blend of the house right now. I'm going to put this right off the bat. This is the one that gets the most compliments. I tried them all three out for about a week now, and this one is easily, if you are a compliment whore, and I am, then you understand why you keep reaching for this one. Is it the most original scent? No, but most people are sheep anyway, and they like what everybody else likes, so it's easier to like this one. It's a beautiful scent. It is. It really is. It's obvious why it gets the compliments easy. It's obvious why when somebody comes around, they're like, oh, that's new. It has a kind, it definitely has a very sweet pineapple. Not tart, not a Hasivat pineapple. It's very sweet, almost pineapple candy leaning. It has a sugary aspect to this pineapple. There is a sweetness that builds with this fragrance. So you kind of get the vibe of it. It's a almost burnt sugar, like spun sugar kind of sweetness to it, that it's an airy sweetness combined with that citrusy, sugary pineapple. It fills up the room immediately. It bounces off of your skin, at least mine. This is the kind of sweet tart that waters your mouth. So obviously when you're around somebody who loves it, they're going to compliment. They're going to want to get close and smell it. It's a sexy fragrance. It's an awesome summertime fragrance. I really do enjoy this fragrance, and it is their blend. I don't think they talk too much about the notes on this one either on the website, which is cool with me. But to tell you off the bat, if you had to try one fragrance from the whole house, as much as I like dark fragrances, so obviously I'm going to go with the Black Leopard. I like that earthiness. I like that richness and darkness. The easiest, like for me, because I've seen how other people interact with it when I've had it on, Royal Paradise. Again, I believe it's also $40 on their website. I will have the link to the website in the description. But this one right here, like, it's a people pleaser. It's a crowd pleaser. It's gonna make people think that smells good, that smells delicious on you. It's one of those fragrances. No one's gonna not like it unless you don't like that. My mouth is literally like, unless you don't like that really juicy pineapple with added elements of sweetness to it. Yeah, I really, really do like this. Way more than I thought I was going to, because I was just like, I'm kind of, you know, if you know me and you know my preference for fragrances, but I see the work, man. I've seen how it works and how it grabs attention. For $40, if you love attention, if you are my kind of people and you are an attention whore like your boy, then you need to check this one out. It's $40. Worst thing that happens is you give it to one of your kids and then they'll be getting attention. That's cool. And lastly, let me see here. Okay, yeah. So this is Black Butter. This one right here, for anyone who watches this who was actually at Glamcation, knows that this is the one that smells so good right off the bat that Marcy from another channel, Marcy Mello, and her link is actually in my stuff also. She bought the whole, she bought the bottle that they filled this up with. The one that was supposed to be made for everyone at the event to buy. She bought the entire bottle and had the nerve to walk around with it in her hand and let us smell it, but we couldn't buy it anymore. So this one right here does actually have The notes in here, you have mango, vanilla, burnt sugar, sandalwood, patchouli, licorice. So I'm going to tell you from the note what I do get and what I don't get, right? So it is mango. So I'm going to tell you right now, off the bat, if you want to categorize it really easily, this is a vanilla sugary mango. It has some creaminess from the sandalwood. Light patchouli, very clean. It's not the dirty patchouli. It's not the soily patchouli. It's not the people who hate patchouli. Why you hate it in here. It adds a level of earthy depth, but that's about it. And I do not get licorice. So if you hate licorice, you will not hate this. I promise you. I think licorice here is just something else to add a little bit of body, but doesn't really unfold the way licorice does in a lot of other fragrances where it can be off-putting. This is another compliment getting fragrance. If you're into fruity fragrances, then this is going to lean in your direction. Even though it is black, it doesn't give off dark vibes at all. There is a little bit of depth, again, because of that patchouli and that licorice, but it doesn't do what you think the color, the juices, and the mint can do. It is the mango is very, very prominent here, but it's not an overly tart kind of mango or too fruity. It's in that very lactonic kind of mango. This does not smell like Cruz del Sur by Xerjoff, but kind of in that creamier realm of mango. It's really nice. It's another one that's really good for the summer, spring, or fall. Maybe in the winter it's not going to rock as heavy, but I understand now why Marcy bought the whole bottle and didn't share. That's dope of her to do. But I got it now, and it really is fire. Like I have 3 fragrances right here in the house from them, and these are them right here. The 3 I just covered, and what I have, and this is kind of a prototype right here based on conversations had with Terrence, right? And creating new fragrances, and a fragrance that is known to a lot of people, Bitter Peach by Tom Ford, which personally, I understand why people like it. It's cool. It doesn't do what I wanted to do, and there were conversations had with Terrence, and he took peach and added, I believe it was tobacco, tonka, vanilla. Again, there's no note list for this because it was a creation based on a conversation held, which Dion was there as well. She was the one that actually spoke to him about it, and he started, going to work with different and let me smell it. And after a while, I came back to it and I was like, this is good. I would like to smell like this because this is a peach I can get down with. This is a syrupy, ambery, kind of vanillic, denser peach. Is not. I feel like the other peach fragrance I mentioned has a body spray kind of feel to it. This has depth to it. This, everyone who I've had smell it already was digging it. Even the skeptics who were like, whatever, they liked it. So this one right here is one that if you're into peach, if you want to see an ambery, heavier peach, more gourmand leaning, not just the actual fruit kind of peach, tobacco added to it. You're going to want to check this one out. And again, the name was at prototype stage also because thanks to Terrence, and shout out to him for this, because I liked it and I bought it there without an actual name. He was like, well, call it something. And if people actually want to try this out, we'll give it that name. So if you know the reference, you know the reference. If you don't, you can Google it, cool. But it's Peach for Hours. Peach for Hours by Nazar in prototype stage. There may never be another bottle that smells like this one exactly. And if there is a demand and you do want to check it out, I will go back to him so he can smell what he did in this one to recreate this amazing ambery peach with different levels of depth that really, I like everything. I'm guessing because there's a more of a personal thing here with this one. I have a connection to it, and the fact that that everyone I've had smell this really likes this as well. DM him, ask him, let's make him put it on the website. And if he does, he does. And if he doesn't, hit me up and I might send you a decan of it. But there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of other levels to this brand. They do have the incense, which the Baccarat Rouge 540 incense are fire. I like those often. And there's I believe there's Intoxicated, which I was supposed to get, and somebody ended up saying with the ones I was going to get. But there's a lot of other stuff on the website. Check out the website. Hit them up. They're on Instagram. I'll put some of the links on this here. And if you know about their fragrances, if you know about their work, go ahead, leave it in the comment. If you disagree with me, feel free as well. Why not? I'm always open for the trash talk. And if you're following me, thank you. If you're not, go ahead. You should do it. And give me a thumbs up. Like, help me out, bro. This is why I have to take 2 weeks off. Yeah, if you don't show the love, it's hard for me to show you love back. But I'm going to still be here anyway. It is what it is. That's all I have for you folks today. Thank you very much. This is Fragged Out, Swagged Out, and I'm out.